Hello and welcome to Soul Sensations. Today I am with, two of my LA family. It was going to be three, but unfortunately Scherrie Payne had to disappear and go and do a gig. So with me I have Miss Susaye Greene. Hello, Susaye.
Hello, hello, hello.
And also Joyce Vincent. Hi, Joyce.
Hi, out there in Radio Land. How's everybody?
Well, I hope everybody's all good because it's Halloween here. Now, actually, before we start, what are you two ladies doing for Halloween tonight? Are you going out? Are you staying in? First of all, you, Joyce.
Okay, I'm going to be staying in, and I will be passing out goodies to the kids. And also try to stop myself from eating them.
What about you, Susaye?
Well, I'll be giggling a lot, no doubt. You know, it's my reputation at stake. But actually, we are planning to stay at home as well for the early part of the evening because that's when the youngsters come through, all the little princesses, little witches, whatever they decided to be, you know, and passing out all that good candy. And I have to stop my husband from eating it all, Joyce.
Steve would be straight at it. I know he would. He'd be straight at it. I know here in the UK, we're getting more and more like America for Halloween. At one time, it used to be like when I was a bairn, we didn't have pumpkins. We had what's called a turnip, which is like a sweet. And that was it with a candle in it and nothing else. And now they're all getting dressed up and they're putting like big things on the streets and everything. It's getting really, really good. It's
I love it. That's great. Because when I lived there and Dan was growing up, my son was growing up, and we'd get, you know, he'd have his costume on and we'd go from house to house and people would say, "What do you want?" They weren't into it, you know. They didn't pass out candy to the little kiddies. So we started organizing it in our area, you know, for all the children in the area.
That's nice. So, right, we're deviating here. I'm going to kick off. First of all, Susaye, I'm going to chat with you. Just in case we have listeners that haven't heard me interview either yourself or Joyce before, or didn't know about things that's going on, even though it should be in the dark ages, they haven't heard you yet. Could you tell us first of all, where were you born? And at what age did you start singing?
I was born in Houston, Texas, and I still have a lot of family in Texas, and we tend to go, you know, say hi to everyone, drop in when we can. But I grew up actually in New York City.
What was it like growing up in New York?
Oh my! The thing I would say that the sort of defining thing that comes to my mind about growing up in New York is if you have a dream or a goal, it's very much more easy to accomplish that because you can get training very easily. There's schools that are geared toward what you want to do. You know, there's the high school performing arts, which I went to, majored in drama, but there's also art and design, and there's the Bronx High School of Science, and there's really specific places to train, and I love that about New York.
So I remember seeing a little video of you with Ray Charles. Do you want to tell me behind that?
Well, which one?
The small one, the one when you think you're a 6-year-old.
Oh my God! I was a little child, right?
Yes.
singing My Funny Valentine, maybe.
I think that's the one. Yes, that's the one. Yeah.
Yes.
So how did that come about?
I was a member of the Raylettes and had a featured spot always. That was my deal with Ray. I had a featured spot in his show, and he would play on that particular one, which has been very popular, that video. And I remembered doing it. It was at the Salle Pleyel, which is a huge and beautiful venue in Paris, which is primarily a ballet school. And then there's a big auditorium where they present shows. But I remember doing that particular show. I just never could find, of course, you know, this was before the Internet. I couldn't ever find a copy of it. And then a friend of mine sent me a copy of it, who who runs what's online. It's called the Ray Charles Museum, Video Museum, or something like that, which is a wonderful resource place for his music. It has all of his gigs, all of whoever was in the group, the band. It was an 18-piece band, whichever press was done and interviews, and then all the pictures and as much information as you could possibly find. But eventually, when I got the film, I didn't, you remember certain things from what you do. But it was like a bit of a culture shock to me. I couldn't have, I think I might have just turned 18 or 19. I'm not sure. But it was just a joy to see, and what an honor to have him play the piano for me. So I'm very, very pleased. I'm very, very proud of that moment.
So at what age did you start actually singing?
Oh, my goodness. I sang when I was probably a year, as soon as I could talk a little bit. They say that I used to sit and rock and hum in the baby bed, So that's kind of, I've always been into music. Music is my, how can I put it? It's my foundation.
Yeah. So, Joyce, how about you? Where were you born, and when did you start singing?
Oh, I was born in Detroit, Michigan, and of course you know how Detroit is. It was singing everywhere you went, on the street corners, and everybody's trying to record records. So yeah, I was born in Detroit, and I started singing professionally. I guess I was about 14.
So when did you start, and were you with a group or something? But don't tell me about the major band, the major group that you were, because that's going to come later on. But like in the early days.
Yeah, I started with a girls group. It was a trio, and we did a lot of studio work in the Detroit area.
Right.
Mhm.
So did you go forward to produce any tracks, sing any tracks properly, or did you just like go around venues in schools and things like that and just perform there?
Well, you know what? Most of the work that I did was in the studio.
So
we didn't go out and do gigs, and like I said, all of my work at that time was in the studio.
Right. So this next one is going to be it was going to be for Scherrie. But it'll go to Susaye, because I was going to ask you the same question.
Mm-hmm.
How did you become a part of the Supremes?
Oh, my. The Supremes, well, my mom was good friends with Bob Jones, who was the head of publicity at Motown. And he told her that Cindy Birdsong was leaving and asked to find out if I would be interested at all in getting involved. So when they came to me and asked me, it sounded intriguing. I was working with Wonder Love at the time, which was so much fun for me. I mean, we were like a jolly bunch of teenagers, being paid to do what we dearly love. And I can remember when Pedro, who was the manager, who was Mary's husband, Pedro Ferrar, came by in this long limousine, Mercedes limousine, which had belonged to George Harrison of the Beatles, by the way.
Yes.
And he showed up to talk to me about it, and I got in this car, and it was a long white Mercedes, and all the windows were dark. And I can remember getting in, and you could see out, of course, but no one could see in. So my compatriots in Wonder Love had wandered outside because, they'd always take a break. And that's when I went to talk to him, was during this break. So when they came out, this big car is running, and it's just sitting there, and we were inside talking about whether or not I was interested in being in the Supremes. And of course I was. Everyone, I had my tremendous memories of the Supremes growing up in New York, just like everyone else. So it was kind of one of those miracle moments in your life, you things that happen that are such a surprise and such an enormous effect on your life. But that's how it came about. And the ladies were still out of town. Cindy and Mary and Scherrie were doing their last gig together. And I remember it was a very strange kind of feeling. You know, when I first actually went in, when they got back to town, and I went to meet both of them, and they were just so gracious to me. Such gracious ladies, and so stylish and beautiful looking. And then, you know, I'm sitting there thinking, oh, my God, that's amazing. You know, how subtle like that. But they showed me the ropes. They were, as I said, so caring and gracious to me. I couldn't believe that there would be any better entree into any situation.
Yeah. So, was that the first time you met Scherrie, was it? Or did you meet Scherrie Payne? Was it? It was. And how old were you at the time?
Scherrie? No, I met Scherrie then. I met her at H.B. Barnum's studio, if I remember.
Right.
And we went to Mary's house to start rehearsing, and you know, we'd get together and they would teach me all the steps, all the songs. I had to learn the songs beforehand, of course. And our first gig, if I'm not incorrect, I think the first thing we did was Soul Train. And I just can remember being like a deer in headlights. It was tremendous. It really was. It was great fun. But I had met Mary before.
Yeah. Oh, you'd met Mary before, had you?
Oh, yeah. I met Mary at the, what's the name? The Carter Barron. The Carter Barron is an amphitheater in Washington, D.C., and it was a gig with Jean Terrell and, of course, Mary and Cindy Birdsong. But we all crowded. I was singing with Ray, and they opened the show for Ray Charles, the Supremes did. And we were all, you know, piled backstage to see, because we hadn't ever seen Jean Terrell. And we were just wonderful, as you might imagine. But that was the first time that I met Mary. And when we met, as I was becoming a Supreme, she remembered, and we had a good chuckle because we shared a boyfriend. A mutual friend. But, you know, that's life.
Yeah. So, Joyce, you started differently, didn't you? You started with a different group, is that correct?
That is correct. Yes, I started, you know, a local group in Detroit.
Yeah.
And we, like I said, we were studio singers. So that was what I did.
So, did you ever perform with any major groups before what we're going to talk about by arriving with the Supremes?
Yes, I performed with Tony Orlando and Dawn. I'm not sure if your audience even knows who that group is, but
yes, they do. They love the track "Tie Your Yellow Ribbon Around the Old Oak Tree."
Oh yeah, it's pretty big. Yes. Yeah. So I sang with Tony Orlando and Dawn for many years, off and on. And as a matter of fact, I've got a tour coming up with them and for Christmas.
With Tony Orlando? Yes. Wow. And where's that going to be?
Many places.
Many places.
Yes.
You're not allowed to say so yet.
Well, yeah, I can, you know, it's going to be sort of along the eastern seaboard, you know, like New York, New Jersey, Canada. We're doing something in Ontario, Canada, and in Palm Springs, California.
Right. Now, you just said you were suffering from jet lag. Where have you just been?
Well, I'm just returning from Detroit. I was there for this past week, singing with my old girls group, doing something called Detroit A Go-Go.
Wow. Do you want to tell me about that?
You've heard of that?
Yeah, I've heard of Detroit A Go-Go. I advertise it all the time on the station. But tell me more about it, because I've only advertised it. I've never really known what actually goes on with it.
Many artists that never really got anywhere outside of the Detroit area, you know, had records. We all recorded lots of records and songs at different record companies and what have you, and it really didn't go mainstream, you know. Yeah. But I don't know how this happened, but it's something called Northern Soul over there in England. Yeah. And they all of a sudden started, playing these records, these old records.
Yeah. I was actually going to bring, Go ahead.
Yeah, my girls' group recorded a lot of those records that is quite famous over there.
Yeah, we're going to come into that because actually a lot of, I've found out personally now that Northern Soul is actually classed as Detroit Go-Go. I always thought it was Chicago basement.
Oh, yeah. Do you know Phil Dick?
Yes.
Yes, well, he's the one that put this together. So I'm just getting back from Detroit, yes. Yeah. And it was really nice. It was very, very lovely.
Yeah.
What's the name of the group, Joyce?
The name of the group is the Debonaires.
Of course.
And we had some really, really nice records. Now, it's really surprising because we knew nothing about that at all. That was going on over in England, yeah.
The Northern Soul scene has been going in England now since, the mid-70s?
Oh, my God, I have no idea.
Yep, true, the mid-70s. The main place... Yes, sorry, Susaye, go ahead.
Steve, can you explain how Northern Soul came about?
Yes. It was two guys from Manchester. And I hope I get this right because a lot of people are going to smack me daft if I get it wrong. Two guys from Manchester flew out to America, picked up some tracks, because they're just a B-side, and thought, hey, this is a really nice beat, this is good. Mm-hmm. And they brought a load of tracks from America back to this country, started playing music in one venue, Greene Casino. I think it was around about 74, 5, I think, I might be wrong. I know it was mid-70s. And then all of a sudden it was like underground all the time. Nobody knew about it, but all the humans wanted to go there. And then it progressed. It went from Greene Casino, and then there was big things on the Twisted Wheel at Blackpool. And all of a sudden it just took off massively.
Oh, my goodness.
And since then, that's why a lot of people in the UK still like your music, the Motown sound, the soul sound, because the Northern Soul scene never went away. There's always been nights of Northern Soul. I've been a Northern Soul DJ now for many years, the full amount, but it went quiet for a while, even though the gigs were still there. And then a few years ago, they brought out a film called This is Northern Soul, and all of a sudden it exploded again. And then it's all started again. But every year there's rallies with scooters, and Bluetooth music is brought into it as well, and it's just massive. And actually, I'm going to bring this into it now. It's going to be the second part of it, but the UK tour.
Cool.
Oh my goodness!
Right. So the UK tour that you are involved in, right? Do you want to tell us about that?
Would you repeat that again?
Yes, the UK tour.
About the tour that we're getting ready to do. Yes, we're doing
the Tony Orlando tour or the
Strawberry Supreme tour.
Yes, we are coming over there.
Oh, that tour. Okay, I got to get it.
How many shows, Joyce? You busy girl.
So much going on here. Well, I can tell you one thing. I'm very excited about it, and I can't wait to get over there.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Well,
I'm very excited.
Is it the first time you've performed in the UK as well? Because it's going to be the venues you've chosen are primarily Northern Soul venues. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. The thing about it, Steve, we have been rehearsing, and we've been to Europe since we have been together. But I just want to say how excited we are. People are writing us from England and other places who are flying in to come and see us while we're there. So we're just thrilled, as you know.
Quite thrilled.
You do realise there's a lot of people, because you're only doing 3 gigs and you're all down south. the amount of messages I received from people here in the northeast, in Scotland, and in Blackpool, it's like, why not here?
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So
well, this
it's
is just our first time. This is just our first outing, and we'll come back. You know that picture that I sent you, Steve, that wouldn't download? That's got all of our contact information on there for promoters and people who wish to book us. And that's why I sent that one. I hope I'll post it somewhere later today so that, people who are on the lookout for us to come back, please give us a ring. And, we're very glad to go and very glad to see people everywhere.
Sure.
I just got, what was it, about 4 phone calls, big ones, and they were like going, well, come on, you know the ladies, so why can't you get, I said, well, hang on a bit, I'm trying the best here, So what we have to do is I'll have to get you in touch with another promoter here, or have a chat with your promoter as well, and then see if we can build something on that, because you do have a massive following. And there's another soul music going where it is at this moment in time. You're going to fill places. You're going to fill places.
How lovely. We're looking forward to it. I just can't wait.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm like a kid on Christmas morning, like, I'm so excited. I'm like, I just try to tell myself, calm down now, calm down.
So I can't believe that you did not know that Northern Soul beat had been going since mid-70s.
Oh, heck no. Never heard of Northern Soul before.
We didn't realize.
Then.
Yeah.
Well, what I'll do is I'll send you a link, right? And you'll have to watch, you've got to, if you can, watch this film before you come to the UK. The Northern Soul film. Watch it. It's a bit like, it is a bit dark, but it's all true to life. I don't know if you've seen a film called Raphenia.
Yeah.
That was about, it's a bit like that, all right?
Oh.
But it's all about the music scene and the up and coming and trying to get the music out there, and, it's really good, so I guess,
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Steve, can I just say to you, Scherrie and I are so excited and delighted that she and Joyce and I are singing together. Now, I just have to say, we had an opportunity when the Supremes separated and Mary Wilson left, and we selected Joyce to be the last of the Supremes with us. So things happened as things do, and we weren't allowed to go on. But here we are, this many years later, 40 years almost to the day, we came back together, the three of us. And we have the best time. They have to make us sing because we're always giggling. It's true. We have such a wonderful time. And I just have to say, and please forgive me, Joyce, I hate to put you on the spot, but I'm doing it anyway. Joyce Vincent and Scherrie Payne are just two of the loveliest ladies that I have ever had the honor to work with. I just have to say that. We have a ball.
We do. And girl, and I love you guys tremendously. I've known Scherrie since 1968. And who knew that we would get to this point in our lives and be doing what we're doing?
That's right.
It's just, I got chills talking about it.
It's a blessing. It is. It's a major blessing.
It really is.
Music is from the heart. And when you have people who are invested and committed to it, and then have fun as well, if it's not fun, there's no point. We have a ball, and we can't wait to bring it to the world. We've been recording. We're working on music right now with our friend Steve Weaver, who's here to help us record. And then we recorded a few days ago a song that I wrote and recorded, and Joyce and Scherrie added their voices to it just the other day. And I'm so excited. It's coming out very, very shortly. And I want everybody to look for it. We're just over the moon. We sound good together.
Oh my goodness, it's just hard to believe. Like I can't. Well, it's like we were meant to be.
Yeah.
It's finally come to fruition.
That's right. So, it's destiny. It's a very strong thing, and we know from the good time that we have that it is meant to be. Because these are very conscious times. You're conscious of all that's going on in the world, but the joy that we bring to the stage is obvious. We've had people say it to us. It just lifts them up. And that's what it's all about, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Yes. When you have fans coming up to you with tears running down their face because of the way that this music makes them feel, it's such a good feeling. It really is.
It is. It's just so loving. There's no other way for me to say it. We have friends all around the world, and we know that people are excited for us to be together. They've reached out, they're reaching out, and they're telling us. And I know they're looking for new music from us, and it's coming. Just want to let you know it's coming, and sooner than you expect. So keep an eye and an ear.
So, right, I think what we're going to do, ladies. We're going to have a little break for music. All right?
Great.
And we're going to play some tracks from yourself, Joyce, and also from you, Susaye, and some from Scherrie as well. And we'll be back in about 15 minutes' time. How's that, Gabby?
Cool.
All right.
Hello and welcome back to part 2 of Soul Sensations. And yes, with me, Miss Susaye Greene and Miss Joyce Vincent. Welcome back, girls.
Thanks. Good to be back.
Right, we covered off a lot of stuff in the first part. Actually, some of it was going to be covered in the second part. But just a quick one, because I keep on bringing this film up, because I know that you two ladies were studio singers and backing vocalists. So I keep on putting this film because I think it's a brilliant film. Tell our listeners about the film 20 Feet from Stardom.
Ooh. Oh. That was a good one, wasn't it?
Exciting.
That was a wonderful film, yeah. And I was so thrilled to be involved in that. I remember we did a tremendous interview with Mabel John. Mabel and I were two of the first people to be interviewed for 20 Feet. And of course, when you do so many things. You do all kinds of stuff in your career, but you never expect. And this was a documentary. You never expected to go all the way to the Oscars. Well, they won an Oscar for the best documentary in that year. And it's just an amazing kind of experience to find out, all of these background singers. And Joyce, I know, understands what I'm talking about.
Oh, for sure.
If it weren't for background singers, you come into a studio, and for the most part, they don't know what they want. For the most part,
that's true.
And it's up to you to kind of do these backgrounds and enhance this song in the right spots.
Right.
So I'm not saying everybody doesn't know, but because a lot of producers, they know exactly what they want you to sing and where they want you to sing it. But I would say 80% do not know. And then these records, it's what it is, But so many of these women and men in the business who do background singing as a professional gig never get the recognition that they
deserve.
That's right. True. To me, there should be a Grammy or a recognition from the industry for all of these backgrounds. So many of them are famous, and so many of them make these songs happen.
True.
It's the part that you remember, the hooks and all this sort of thing. So it was really a wonderful experience, and I'm so grateful that it gave light to the background industry. They're tremendous people, And so many of them, and I know you know this too, Joyce does a lot of sessions, she and her sister Pam, still, you know, and Joyce and I just did a session with Engelbert Humperdinck for his next record. So you never know who you're going to meet.
Right.
It just is, it's brilliant. It really is. But 20 Feet, you know, they got that. They got an Oscar, they won a Grammy, and it's an experience. Married, Clayton, so many of them.
Yeah.
Oh, just phenomenal. Just so underrated, you know?
Yeah.
So underrated. So
well, that was a time when I sort of went ballistic with the BAFTAs because you were up for a BAFTA.
Yeah.
For the same stuff, and I promoted it and I pushed it, and you were beaten to second place, and I thought, that's it now. It was a fix. It was robbed. You were robbed of it. And I'm sure I got a nasty email from certain companies saying, "No, you can't say that on air." I went, I just did. Because you still got the BAFTA. You still got the BAFTA.
Well, you know, you never know. That's the thing about it. That's the surprising thing about it. You never know.
You sure
but
don't.
One of my great joys, I have to say, was in doing that interview when I did, because their main what would you say? I'm talking about Gil Friesen. Gil Friesen was the main producer, and it was his idea to do this. And I just want to read you this note right quick. He wrote me. Snail mail. I mean, a real letter.
Oh, my goodness.
Isn't that amazing? Dear Susaye, I would like you to know how much I appreciate your participation in this early phase of our documentary. As I watch the interviews and hear your history and stories, I'm further convinced that we've chosen a timely and long overdue film on the subject of backup singers. It says, thanks again for sharing your experience. And then it says, I enjoyed hearing your story. I knew Frankie Crocker. Warmest regards, Gil Friesen. And Frankie Crocker was a bit of a hero, a DJ in New York when I was a teenager.
Oh, and, yes, I remember his name.
Oh, he was handsome and charming and so popular. And I remember he asked if he could take me to my senior prom. And, of course, my mother said no.
My goodness.
No. But we were friends. You know, he would talk to me. I'd call the station and he'd talk to me. And then he was a great champion always for Until It's Time for You to Go. He would play it. He would end his show for years with Until It's Time for You to Go. And, of course, Gil Friesen passed before the end of 26 from Stardom. So he didn't get to see that it won an Oscar. But I know he would be so proud. I know he would.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. That's sweet. Joyce.
Yes.
Joyce, your solo career, right, before joining up with Scherrie and Susaye, do you want to tell me about it? Because I know you were with...
you know, I wouldn't say that it's really a solo career because, you know, I just wouldn't say it's really solo because I didn't go off by myself and, you know, do anything. But I've always sang with my sister, you know, Pam, and other groups and choirs and things of that nature, you know. So I guess, you know.
Yeah. Tell us about the time you were with Miguel Herrera.
Oh, my gosh. Yes. You know, we were thinking about putting doing a little group thing called the Tony Orlando and Dawn Review.
Yeah.
But, you know, it never got past the talking stages, you know. It was something that we thought about maybe trying to do. But we have sang a couple times with Miguel, and he's very good.
Yeah.
So we would do those Tony Orlando and Dawn songs.
Yeah. I remember seniors. What was the name of that restaurant for your the
Jack's Pizza.
Jack's Pizza. That's the one. Yeah, that was phenomenal. That was absolutely brilliant.
Oh, it was wonderful.
It was really good. Susaye, you went there, were you?
No.
No, I
She wasn't there.
Why were you not there?
I don't know.
You had to leave town or something, Susaye.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think you guys went to Phoenix or something.
Oh, that's it. Yes.
That's right.
Oh, I let you off this.
Oh, yeah.
Now, quick ones. Now, we know about the UK tour.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ladies thinking on any USA tours or PAs, either as the Formula 11 Supremes or as anything else? Yeah? Do you want to tell about it?
Some good things. If I can just tell you right quick about in January, we are going to appear at Paramount Studios for the Raw Science Film Festival. It's the 50th year, the 50th anniversary of the Moonwalk. And that's actually to the moon. So it's really going to be a huge event. The Raw Science Film Festival I've been involved with for a few years. It was in Palm Springs last time. That's not right. It's somewhere in California up north. But this year it's going to be at Paramount Studios. And it's just a terrific event because what it does is it ties film and music and science together, the arts and the sciences. It has tremendous backing now, and it's the first year that it has been affiliated, that it's going to be affiliated with the Oscars. So bringing science to the mainstream is a very important goal for me.
Oh, for sure.
And for my friends, for Carrie Kukeral, who is the creator and founder of the Raw Science Film Festival. I've been a judge for a few years. The most amazing films made by young people from all over the world. And this past year, the Afghan girls robotics team was honored. They flew to America, and they were honored at the Raw Science Film Festival. And the wonderful thing about that is it has created a situation where Afghan girls have their first school for science and technology. So the
wonderful.
It is. It's just tremendous. And there are other schools being formed throughout the Middle East for girls to be educated in the sciences and in technology, which is what will get young people ready, girls around the world to get ready for the future. We are also going to play the Catalina here in L.A. In January. I don't remember the date, but you guys stay in touch with us online. We're on Twitter and also on Facebook, on Instagram. We're all over the place, and there will be plenty news. We will let you know when we're coming and where we're going.
Definitely.
So we have a lot planned. We're also going to do, and this is a secret, don't tell anyone.
I won't tell anybody. Go on, tell the secret.
All right. Next year, we are going to be performing on the big stage at the Poretta Soul Festival in Germany. So we are so excited about that. Yes, but don't tell anyone.
I don't know. Your secret's safe with me. Honestly, it is.
Okay.
And everybody else.
But we're very excited about what we're doing, obviously.
Yeah.
We have a lot of things on the table and a lot we can't tell you about. But
no.
We will keep you posted. And I'm serious. You look out for this music. You're going to love it.
We will be. So, Joyce, what have you got lined up? Are you just going to be with the Fun with the Supremes, or are you going to be doing some other bits with other, like Go-Go? Are you going to be going back out again with the Debonaires?
Well, it's probably a little soon to say, but I've been hearing that there's, some irons in the fire as far as maybe coming to the UK with the Debonaires. So,
that's what I heard as well. I heard a little whisper.
Oh my goodness!
That's why I brought it up to see. I've got my loads of pies. You see, I like to keep the best of things. You know what's going on.
Yes.
But I don't know. Yes, but I don't know what's going to happen or not. But yes. So.
And then, like I said earlier, I'll be touring with Tony Orlando and Dawn for the Christmas season. So
that's going to be great.
Try to stay busy.
So how do you land the gigs in Canada? Was it just to promote it, or did you be asked to
Yeah, it's gosh, I don't even know the name of the place in Canada. It's a casino. It's some kind of casino in Ontario.
Yeah.
And it's right across the bridge from Detroit, so I'll be able to have my friends and family come and support.
Awesome.
Wow, that's brilliant.
It's going to be a mind-blowing thing, you know. I'm just excited.
Will you have margaritas along the way?
I think I will. Oh, you, Steve.
You got me started on them, you know. Of course you can, Susie. Yes.
Do you think that we should do tie yellow ribbon in England?
I don't know.
That's no. If you what you could do, right? You got me the spot here. It would have to be arranged. It would have to be arranged differently. Arranged differently with a saxophone Motown beat. Do you know, like try that.
Oh,
because
that's interesting.
If you try that,
think about. Sure.
It is.
Yeah.
If you think about it, you're like, tie your yellow ribbon. But it's like tie. Do you know when you have the mellow tone, and then you bring in the saxophone, and then you bring in the melody? I would do it that way. You might not be able to do it for this time, but I don't know. I'm throwing it out there. I don't.
Sure.
Next time.
That's an interesting idea. And I asked you because I know you have such a foundation in music. You know what I'm saying? You're Steve. If you don't realize, Joyce, Steve knows the references, the reference points for certain music, where it came from, all of this, the history, you know, of so much of popular music. And he really has his pulse on what's out there, you know.
Oh,
so I thought I'd ask, you know.
Yeah,
we got some surprises for you.
yeah.
I don't just say it. Right. What do I do? Oh, that's it. Right. So we've done that bit. Social media platforms, fan pages. Hit me with them. How can I get in touch with you?
Twitter.
Yep.
I am Susaye, at Susaye, Susaye on Twitter. Yep. And Scherrie is on as well. And if you type Scherrie Payne, that's SCHERRIE PAYNE. If you type that into your search engine, then her Twitter will come up. Also, we're on Facebook. There's also Scherrie and Susaye, former Supremes.com, which is the website for the group. And Instagram, I'm on Instagram, and that's Susaye Greene on Instagram. Susaye, SUSAYE, GREENE. Don't forget the E's. but I'm there, and we're open to speak to you, and we'd love to let you know what we're doing.
That's really nice. That's really good. So, Joyce, what about you?
Well, you know, you can get me through everything that Susaye gave you, because I'm sort of a dinosaur. I'm not quite up on all that stuff.
Well, he's on for you.
A dinosaur.
No, you're not a dinosaur.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but we do have that wonderful site, Scherrie and Susaye, former Supremes, that you can get in touch with all of us, you know, and you can find out what gigs and what music we have, what everything we're doing, and when we'll be in your area. And I just want to say, you know, if any of you out there want us to come to your city, well, all you have to do is ask. If you know a particular venue that you think would be appropriate from us, reach out to them and tell them we want Scherrie and Susaye and Joyce in our city. And that's what makes it happen. Okay? So just push it on out there, and we'll come get you.
Yeah. They can get in touch with me, and I'll pass it all on to you. That's not about that at all. We get it sorted. Right. Before we go, ladies, have you got any thanks or shout-outs you'd like to say?
All the time. You go first. You go first, Joyce.
Oh, just gosh, everybody. I don't know any individual names or anything like that, but you know who you are. I love you guys, and thank you so very much.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
And I want to shout out to all of my lovely compatriots online. Like Joyce said, you know who you are. You know. But we have a lot of fun together. There's people all over the world. And I can't forget my cloud ladies who are Rain fans. And they are all over the world. And we have a really great time. All of the people who have been Supreme fans through the years, we love you, we love you, we love you. We want to shout out to Eric Kirkland, of course, because Eric helps us get it done. He really does. Yeah. He helps us around the world. He travels with us. And we have such a lovely time. We feel so taken care of. And so it is. It's marvelous. Our feet never touch the floor. Like queens. It's true, isn't it? But,
that's
look
true.
for us. Yeah, look for us.
Yeah.
We're coming to your city. Please let us know if you want us, and we'll come.
Well, I'd like to thank you two ladies for joining me. I'm upset we couldn't get Scherrie, but that's my fault for putting the clocks back, or people in the UK for putting the clocks back an hour. So I would like to thank you ladies for joining me. And also I'd like to thank Eric Harrison for letting us get all together as well.
Sure.
Yep.
And thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Steve.
Absolutely. Oh. We love you, and we miss you. We can't wait till you come back to America.
Yeah, we have such fun with you.
I know. I love it. I love it across there. I think things are in the pipeline for me to come back over again in January.
I understand. Right. That's great.
All right.
I hope so. Fingers crossed.
I don't have the paperwork yet, but I think we're working on it. All right. That's great.
Can you keep him over there when he goes over next time?
Oh my God!
Don't tempt us.
Well, we tried.
You better come too.
See that's it. That's my technical director saying, "Get out of the country."
Right.
Could be arranged.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
That's it. Okay, I'll go to America and I won't come back. Yes, that's it. Because I want to do that anyway. Hey, right. Once again, ladies, many thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much, Steve. And here's a little hint for you.
What?
Our love is unconditional. And I'll let it go at that, okay?
Yes, that's what. Yes, I know. Yes,
what I'm talking about.
I think I do as well, but I'm not allowed to say anything yet. I won't say anything yet, but I might let it slip.
Just be excited. That's all. Joy to everyone. Happy holidays up early.
Yes, happy holidays to everyone.
Yes. Thank you for the love. That's all we have to say.
I couldn't hear you there. My phone went quiet.
Oh, no. Thank you for the love.
Thank you for joining us, Scherrie. To the Louise, Scherrie. No. Thank you very much, Susaye and Joyce, for joining us. All right, I love you a bit.
You're very welcome, Steve. Thank you.
Thank you, my darling. Love you. Bye-bye, my love.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.